Hey y'all, good morning. It's the morning here anyway. I'm just sitting down to get ready for the day. It's been a while since I've done a vlog. I don't have anything super exciting planned, but I am going to sit down and do some makeup with you. I have some spring fashion bits that I want to show you, and we'll just see where this vlog takes us. This portion of the vlog is sponsored by Milk Makeup. I am really excited because they have a recent launch that I've been enjoying a lot, and I've actually been really into a lot of their recent launches that I'm going to show you in this video, including the most recent one. So let's just get started. I'm going to start with base first. I'm going to go in with the Sunshine Skin Tint SPF. Is this SPF 30? Yeah, SPF 30. I'm using the shade medium. So I'm just gonna paint that on and then probably use a brush to blend it out. It's like this little roller ball that you can just kind of smear onto the skin. And I'm just using a foundation brush to blend that out. It gives a really nice, I would say like a light medium, more like a light tint. It is buildable, I think, to like a medium if you want it to. So I worked out this morning. I just did like 25 minutes of rowing. I've been really into rowing. It's a new thing for me. Funny story, last month, I actually, for Valentine's Day, decided to get Sean/us a Peloton. We have a friend that works there and got us a really great like friends and family discount. And I was like, this is gonna be great. We've been wanting to step up our workout game and kind of build out a home gym in our new house. Just building up a little bit more coverage for some redness on the cheeks. And we have never purchased a workout machine. I mean, we do work out, but we're more like free weights, kind of casual workout people. And so I bought the Peloton, and I kid you not, maybe 18 hours later, Sean comes up to me and he goes, "Guess what I just bought?" I was like, "What?" And he goes, "I just bought a rowing machine." Granted, this is like two people who have not purchased exercise machines like ever. And this was like February 10th or something. And I had to keep a straight face and I was like, wow, that's so exciting. And in my head, I was like, is it even worth having the Peloton anymore? Like, is he gonna still like it? Are we gonna use it? And I kept the secret until Valentine's Day. And the long story short is that they're both great. We have been really enjoying both machines, the rowing machine and the Peloton. And they're very different, like different enough to feel like you're working out different parts of your body, you're getting a different kind of workout, but it was just a funny thing to have happened. I was like, what are the chances of this happening, you know? Then I'm going in with the Sunshine Under Eye Tint plus Brighten in the shade 3, I think. I think actually I'm somewhere probably between a shade 2 and 3 right now. 3 is sort of more peachy and corrective, but again, it's that roller ball and you just dab it under the eyes. So anyway, I've really been enjoying both kinds of workouts. I feel like rowing is a little bit more, I mean, it's definitely full body. I have some experience with rowing. I was working with a personal trainer, my friend Kristen, a couple of years ago, and that was when I first started rowing as like a warm-up. And it is such a full body workout, but there's also something kind of meditative about it that I really like. There's something about the rhythm and the flow, and so I've really been enjoying that. And then Peloton is a little bit more, you know, high intensity. The classes are very high energy. I sweat a lot more, that kind of thing. So it's been fun to have. It's been a new addition in our life routines, but I just couldn't believe that happened. So for bronzer, I'm going in with the new like Bionic line of products from Milk. These are gel cheek products. This is the bronzer in the shade Shapeshift, and they come out like a gel, like this. I know it looks deep on the hand, but it's really not. It's going to sheer out really nicely. So I just take that on the back of my hand and I'm just gonna grab a brush. I'm just gonna take a stipple brush and I'm going to pick it up off the back of my hand. And it just gives you a really natural skin-like bronzer finish. It is pretty sheer on the skin once you start applying it. And especially once you start sort of blending it into the skin with a brush, it just looks so natural. And I really like the undertone of this shade. It's pretty neutral, but it has like a slight touch of red in it that I feel like looks like a really realistic bronze, and especially going into warmer months, it just warms up the complexion so nicely. Then I'm using the Bionic blush in the shade Teleport, which is a really fun, like peachy coral shade. I love a peachy shade. Looks like this. It's very bright on the hand, not as bright on the cheeks. And I'm just going to take a brush and just kind of tap it onto the cheeks. The thing I like too about this gel formula is that it's really thin. Like some cream formulas, like cheek products, they feel like a heavier cream and you can almost feel them on the skin. But because these are a gel and they're so thin, they're really kind of traceless on the skin. And lastly, I have the Bionic Glow in this shade Virtual, which is a nice kind of, I would say it's like a rosy champagne. Looks like that. I'm just gonna take the same brush that I used for the blush, and I'm just going to kind of tap that onto the high points. These all really meld nicely too. Like I feel like you don't see any lines of demarcation because these are so sheer. They're like sheer paints, paints and like washes of color that just kind of blend into each other. All right, time for mascara. I just put a little bit of bronzer through the crease for definition, that's it. So this is Milk Makeup's latest launch. This is the Rise Mascara. I've been testing it for over a month now. My tube is not pristine because I have been using it and loving it so much. So to tell you a little bit about this, it has this really cool like silicone grippy touch feel packaging. And the wand is one of my favorite parts about this. So the wand is kind of curved. I think you can see it has that slight curve. It's a bristly wand. And I really like that it somehow kind of grips on to every little baby lash that I have. If you followed me for any amount of time, you know that I have very straight, very short, very baby natural lashes. And this mascara does everything for me. It lengthens, it volumizes, but it's not an overwhelming volume. It's something more like what I would call kind of a clean volume because it has that separating factor. And because the wand is curved, I feel like it is able to get into the corners of my eyes really well. It's long lasting, it doesn't smudge, and it comes off easily at the end of the day, which is key for me. Sometimes natural bristle brushes can be a little too big for my eye shape, but I think because this one is curled, it actually helps me kind of navigate along the lash line without it being too big. There's really no cute way to apply mascara on camera. You just have to get in there, you know? I do find that this kind of creates that fluttery lash look that I like, where it's volume, but it's not like you only have like 3 chunky eyelashes, you know? This is my lashes done. I know mascara is really personal, but for me, I think you can see it's a huge improvement in volume, in curl and length, and I think the thing I love most about it is the separation that creates that kind of fluttery lash that has some drama, but it's still not too intense for everyday wear, and it does add some definition sort of at the lash line. And then I'm keeping things simple. I'm using the Electric Glossy Lip Plumper in the shade Buzzed. This is really nice. It's like a sheer wash of color. It's a squeezy tube, and the shade Buzzed is like my ideal kind of, I don't know, it's like a brownie rose, I guess. It's very much a My Lips, but better kind of shade. So that's it for the makeup. It's a perfect, ideal, everyday makeup look for me. Full face of Milk makeup. I'm going to do some work, and I'm going to check in with you later to show you some spring fashion items that I've picked up recently. Something very exciting in from Birkenstock that I want to show you. So I got a new pair of, oh, here's Smidge. You guys haven't seen her in a long time. She's so big. Well, she's 6 pounds, but she's doubled in size since we got her. She's a big girl. So I got a new pair of Birkenstock Bostons, and these are in the shade Clay, which I think is new. So they're this kind of like light beige color, and they have a monochromatic buckle. So this is like painted metal. And these are a size 35, which is my Birkenstock size. So I picked up this other pair because I wear my other Birkenstocks every single day. These are the Birkenstock Boston Shearlings, and I got these in September, I think, and I've worn them every single day since. They are my go-to house slipper. Okay, wow, there's a lot of action happening right now. Okay, maybe not on the new shoes. I wanted a pair for spring to wear outside. I don't wear these outside at all, but I wanted these to wear out and about, and I thought they'd be really cute with jeans or with shorts or even with dresses and stuff. So I will link them below. So I do think that these regular suede ones run a little bit bigger simply because they don't have the shearling lining. And I even got the narrow version of these. They have like a regular and a narrow, and I got the narrow just because that's what they had in stock. And I am glad I got the narrower ones. They even feel a little big on me. I have very small feet. I'm like a size 5. So I actually just tightened the buckle on these to the tightest setting, and I think that makes them perfect. They're just a little bit more secure on my foot. But how cute are those? I'm so excited to wear them. I'm definitely gonna put suede protector on those, and I really like the color. So it's much later in the day. It's past 4 o'clock. I've just been working at the computer all day, so it hasn't been super exciting, but I had therapy and I cried. And the makeup I have not touched or touched up. I did like use a tissue and I dabbed at my under eyes, but I think all things considered, for like already almost 8 hours of wear, that's pretty good. Currently in my closet, which I don't think I've ever shown you, but I've been working all morning. I just ate some lunch and I'm going out to run some errands, but I thought I'd show you what I'm wearing. So I've got my Dean Davidson midi hoops, and I'm so excited because this sweater is back in stock at And Other Stories. It's been sold out like all winter. It's really nice because it's this kind of like lightweight knit, and it's collared, it has the V, and then it has these slightly ballooned sleeves, but I feel like it's a great transitional piece, and the light color, excuse me, makes it good for spring. And then I'm just wearing my redone jeans and my white leather Converse. I posted these on Instagram, and I know many of you actually purchased them after I shared them. They're so cute. They're just like the classic high tops, but they're all in white leather, white sole, white, what are these called? Grommets. So I feel like it kind of dresses up the original Converse a little bit, but they're still very casual and they're cushiony. Like all Converse, honestly, I think they do run large. Worth it. I mean, still very comfortable. I don't mind because Converse are historically so narrow that I don't mind having a little bit of extra wiggle room. So that's what I'm wearing. Okay, I just got home from running some errands. I had to go to Sephora, had to go to Home Goods, and had to pick up some packages, but it's like 80 degrees today. I'm sweating, had to get a big thing of ice water. I got something really cute from Home Goods that I'm excited about. I'm gonna show you. So here's what I got at Home Goods. It's this really cute ottoman, and it is boucle. And it's kind of got this like funky shape to it, and then the top opens and there's storage. It's great. Okay, the last item I have to show you, I actually want to unbox with you. I've technically opened it already, but it's still in the box. It's a new handbag. So to preface this, I just want to say, I am not like a handbag or even really fashion connoisseur the way I am with beauty. I like things. I think I have a generally good aesthetic eye, but I am not knowledgeable about like designer fashion and things like that in the same way that I am with beauty. I don't spend a lot of money on handbags. It's only in the last year or so that I've had the budget even to think about spending on pricier items that do feel like an investment. And I think the older I get, the more fashion cycles in and out. I've seen so many different trends go and come back. I kind of am starting to understand what an investment piece means to me. I use that term with quotes because I think it's a very fraught term. I think it's really classist. I think it means different things to different people. But that's all to say, I have been kind of enjoying exploring more indie designers. I talked about the Osoi bag that I've been liking. I have a Polen bag that I really like. All bags that I feel like I can wear every single day. But I did feel like I had a gap in my bag collection for a mid-size spring and summer bag. I have been following the brand LM for a while. They are a Parisian-based brand, and the founder is Chinese-French. I think she has a really cool style, and this is a bag that I've had my eye on for many years. It was very much like an it bag. I feel like a lot of influencers have had it and stuff, but having had it on my wish list for many years now, I've kind of realized it's something that I think will have longevity in my wardrobe. So in February for Lunar New Year, the brand ended up having a 20% off sale. And this bag that I've had my eye on that was previously not really in the budget ended up being about $100 off. And I decided to get it. I just got it in recently because I actually ended up buying this in a smaller size, and I ended up exchanging it for the next size up. So let me just unbox it. I'm talking about this bag a lot, but you haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to unbox it with you. So I've got the box here. I mentioned I have already opened the box, so it looked more nicely packaged when I first opened it. So the bag itself comes in a dust bag, and it's a significantly sized dust bag. It's much bigger than the bag itself. And the dust bag has the LM logo, and it's a canvas bag with these little drawstrings. Then you get some info about the brand, LM Paris. I guess they actually have stores in Paris and Shanghai. I bought this, I should say, directly from the website, but they are also carried, I think, in Shopbop and some other retailers. All right, I've kept you in suspense long enough. I will show you the bag. So I ended up getting the raisin bag in the raffia finish in the colorway called Natural and Cognac. So this is what it looks like. It is beautiful. It's a very soft and like kind of flexible raffia. It has a really fine grain to it. It's not like one of those rough, thick weave raffia kind of bags. It's a very fine weave, and it's a really flat weave. There's not a lot of texture to it, like big bumps on the bag itself. And then the handle is this cognac leather, and it has gold hardware, so that's where you can attach a bigger strap that it does come with. And then the bottom is leather and it has these gold feet on it, which I really appreciate. And you've got a really nice, like, thick woven leather carry handle. So the inside of the bag looks like this, and you have a magnetic clasp here. And this is what it looks like inside. It's actually very large. So here's something interesting about this bag. The carry handle on the inside actually has these two clasps. I don't know if you can see that, these two clasps. And when you buckle them like I just did, it gives the bag an overall more pinched look. It kind of tapers in and creates this triangle shape. And when the clasp is undone, it gives the bag a slightly more casual, less pinched vibe. So that's with the clasp undone. And the magnet is like embedded in the leather here. So another thing is, you know, when that clasp is closed on the inside, those buckles, I feel like it gives the bag a little bit more security because there's no top zipper or anything like that. So then the bag has leather lined around the edges, and the lining itself is this really beautiful cognac micro suede. It's got two compartments in here, and then it has a zipper compartment with gold hardware as well. So I just took the tissue paper out, and I think you can see how like deep and cavernous this bag is. I think it's actually going to carry a lot. I watched a lot of reviews about this bag before I ended up purchasing it, and that was one of the things that people noted, was that this bag can carry a decent amount. Like, you could put a book or a tablet and your phone and a water bottle and a little makeup bag and some hand lotion. Like, a lot of stuff can fit in here. So it also comes with this beautiful, like, thick strap. So you can wear it as a shoulder bag or you can wear it crossbody. So the clasps themselves have that minimal LM logo branding. That's really the only branding in this bag. That and there's a logo kind of, I don't know if you can see it, against the leather. And it says the bag is made in Italy. So here's the bag with the thicker strap. I think I will likely hand carry this bag, but I'm really happy to have this option for if I'm traveling or if I'm gonna have a longer day or if I want the bag to feel more secure to my body. One thing to note is that the strap itself is not adjustable, so there's no way of adjusting the drop of this strap. It's just one length, pretty straightforward. Those are my first impressions. I know it's a lot of detail, but I want to be really thoughtful in the way that I'm talking about fashion stuff because, I mean, beauty gets expensive, but it doesn't get anywhere near as expensive as fashion does. But I do want to be able to develop a fluency around fashion. So I think there's this much deeper question beyond like, is it cute? Do I like it? And more of this question of like, what is the relationship to this thing and what is my changing relationship to things, fashion things, as a person. So we don't have to get too much more philosophical, but that's just how my brain works. I know some of you feel the same way. And on a lighter note, Sean just told me he's getting us in and out for dinner, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to wrap up some work and then go eat dinner. out, I had an animal style cheeseburger, regular fries, and a strawberry milkshake. Tell me your In-N-Out order in the comments. I then promptly passed out on the couch, and now I've come upstairs to take a shower. I think I'm gonna wash my hair tonight. I think it's time. And just like wind down. Is there a better feeling though than taking out your ponytail that's been in all day? Whoo! It's like, you know it's gonna hurt. Oh, you know it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna like hurt so good. Oh my God. Wow, that is cute. Plus, you know, when you like take your ponytail out and it's just kind of like holding the shape of the ponytail, that it's probably time to wash your hair. Okay, actually, I think the only feeling better than taking out your ponytail at the end of the day is the feeling of freshly washed hair. I feel so fresh and renewed, squeaky clean, and I am very tired. I'm ready for bed, and I'm going to sign the vlog off here. I've really enjoyed these last couple of days. It's reminded me how much I enjoy vlogging and sort of sharing my life a little bit more casually with you. So let me know if you enjoyed, if you want to see any more like home, fashion, lifestyle sort of content, and I'll see you in the next one.